Where to now for Virgin and the Virgin brand?
Well, the future's an exciting one. We are growing. We've recently acquired SkyWest, you might know that, so a regional airline in WA. So we're busily, Hans and the team and my guys are busy integrating that into the Virgin brand, both in identity, look, feel, but also service ethic and culture and everything else. We've created a division within that, so Virgin Australia Regional Airlines, because we now have a regional business. So in WA, our presence was not particularly strong. A lot of, all of our focus certainly initially was on the East Coast. We then bought a load of A330s, so we've got a twin aisle, the best business class in this country, flying back and forwards to Perth. That harnessed with the SkyWest acquisition gives us a big presence over in WA, so you're going to see a lot to do with that. The product development program continues at a pace, notwithstanding what I've just said, but we had a bit of catching up to do. In-flight entertainment has not been our finest hour. We've spent 78 million on a Wi-Fi system, so we're fitting that right now, so you'll be able to get on board with your own devices, download an app, 300 hours of streamed content to your seat, all on your own device, which again I think takes the whole IFE thing to the next level. And again, the credentials of the brand came out of entertainment. Richard and the entertainment part of his career and development of Virgin, and so we've got to really major on that. The other challenges, opportunities, problems, they're good ones. We've got to take brilliant service and take it to a more outstanding level. A lot of focus on that. When a lot of people would say, right, our job here is done, the people are great, just leave it. Nah, not at all. We're actually redoubling our efforts, and we are extending all of our lounges because they're not big enough.
My feeling is that we didn't rebrand an airline. We repositioned the whole company, right? And my feeling is that that was 3 years ago. I mean, we're just kids. We just began. Yeah. We are just beginning. And it's almost like the journey kind of starts today, in my feeling. Yeah. I mean, there's so much that needs to still happen down the track. I don't know why I'm allowed to say this, but we're working on projects now that won't be released for another 3 or 4 years. I mean, we are working so far ahead, and because we will leapfrog. I mean, there's no doubt about it. The way we're so focused on it to get there.
I think the other bit that we've not fully unlocked yet, but during the time of all of the obvious change, we've also got a global network of 4 of the best players you could ever wish to want to play with, and anybody that's been involved in alliances or airline alliances, you get 3 or 4 great people, and you get 1 or 2 dodgy ones, and because you need a global network. Well, in Delta, Singapore Airlines, Air New Zealand, and Etihad, we've got global coverage, over 450 destinations. We're going to have to work a lot harder, and we are going to work a lot harder to get people to come to Virgin Australia for their full international itinerary as well, and that is growing beautifully, but you're going to see a lot more of that over the next 12 months.
No brand exists in isolation, and 18 months ago, Qantas gave you an extraordinary marketing opportunity by grounding its fleet. And I was just wondering how you used that opportunity. How did you actually leverage that moment?
I mean, from our perspective, we kept doing what it is that we were there to do, and if the opportunity that arrives from others provided people giving us a go that wouldn't have previously given us a go, fantastic, bring it on. The challenge and the opportunity from our point of view was to surprise and delight and get people to give us repeat business. And so from our point of view, if people, it's all about trial. People did trial us, people didn't leave us, and that was very opportunistic from our perspective. It's a small market. This is a great Australian duopoly. Pick a sector, there's a great duopoly. From our point of view, we just want people to give us a go and then tell everybody what they think, and hopefully, develop their repeat business, their loyalty, their advocacy, their kind of view, thought, and opinion. And so from our point of view, great opportunity.
You've just been approved to acquire 60% of Tiger Airways. They've had quite a bit of trouble with their brand, and I'm just wondering how you're intending to bring that brand into the Virgin, under the Virgin's brand umbrella.
So from a Tiger perspective, we don't actually have 60% of Tiger yet, so we've got FIRB approval quite recently, which is good. There are a few more hurdles to go over, and we're hoping by mid-end July that will all come good, which is great. So I'm speaking as an outsider, not as an insider. But our position on it is clear with regard to where we're at, and that is if we are successful in having 60% of Tiger will very much be a standalone Tiger brand. We are not going to integrate in any way, shape or form. It needs to have a very strong and credible proposition. It needs to fight in the value, low-cost carrier part of our business, but it very much needs the ability to do its own thing. So that's very much where we're going to go with that. But as I say, at the moment, everything crossed for the middle of July.
Hans, one last question to you. Is there one little detail that you like most about this rebrand, this relaunch? Do you like the colour? Do you like the curve of a seat? Do you like a stripe? Do you like the red coat? Is there one thing that just from a design perspective...
Oh, design.
You just, is there something that just still floats your boat?
No, I just like it's just a combination of all the colours. I mean, to be able, it's a hard question, but because it's more than just that. But to be able to be a creative director, overseeing the total kind of repositioning, to me, is, man, that's never happened in this country. It's never been able. I mean, in the old, their competitors, I mean, you only ever played a small role, into a thing. But to be able to oversee this complete kind of rebirth of this business, man, it's a dream come true for any brand designer. And that to me is what's been so great about what we've done. And like I said, we've only just started, we believe. I mean, I said there's lots to come.
So Mark, my last question is the same to you. Is there one detail, bit of design, thing about the aircraft logo? What do you like the most?
I like the. I think what symbolises the evolution of the brand, I think, is what Hans did with what we call the Flying Maiden. I think silver, elegant, sophisticated, moved away from kind of the more sassy American-esque look and feel, and I think that moved it on pretty significantly. I just think it's a little symbol, and I think both of us agree we don't use it as much as we should, and we're going to fix that, I think, aren't we?
Yeah.